Oh my God.
Hey, you guys, welcome back to my channel. And this is the Digs with Dee Dee. So, Married to Medicine has just wrapped up their 11th season. And no, I did not partake in watching every single episode, but I watched a lot of clips online and I always try to watch the reunion shows because this is a little kind of like trick for y'all. If you don't have time to watch every single episode of these reality TV shows, but you do kind of like to be nosy and kind of peek through the cracks and see what's going on, watch that reunion because Andy is going to go over everything that went on the show and all of the basically the highlights of what went on. So you don't have to sit down and watch every single episode if you're not able to of these shows. Just tune into the reunion. This was a 3-part reunion, so they went over everything and all the drama that happened on the show. So right now I'm going to show you guys a clip of Quad and Dr. G. Y'all, I'm so tired of this narrative that's being pushed on the show. I personally could never share a space with someone in like a professional environment where you guys are getting a check and this is your ex and their ex, and it got really messy and dirty, and then they brought Apollo back. I was like, if somebody else's ex pops out the closet like somebody's taxes is being audited, I don't know what's going on here. So basically, in this clip, Quad and Dr. G are going back and forth about some things that happened on the show. He was offended by some things that she did. And by the clips, you guys, I'm sorry. I think he has the right to be offended. Quad was team too much. She was doing a lot this season. And I feel like happy people don't have nothing to prove. You just live your life. You go every single day living your life, and your fruits will show that you're happy. Everything that's going on in your life will reveal happiness if that's truly what's going on. She just was doing too much to sell her happiness with this man. And where did this man come from? I have no idea. My advice to him, if I was his friend, would be careful, because somebody who is working this hard to make their ex mad and upset is still has a little bit of unresolved issues in that situation. Because I don't feel like people act like this when they've moved on. I just don't feel like, because they always try to make it like Dr. G don't have her out of his system. I think it may be the opposite, you guys, because I feel like he's happy with who he's with. Him and Sweet Tea seem like they have moved on. He's actually married, you guys. So I'm going to play this clip and you guys, we're going to talk about it afterwards because I don't know, y'all. I feel like the whole season she just been trying to sell us that she's happy, and I'm not buying, y'all.
When your mate is walking around insulting people,
But she didn't
walking
insult
around
you.
disrespecting people, I
She
felt
didn't
insulted.
disrespect.
I'm telling you, I felt insulted. I felt very insulted.
I did not insult you.
I felt insulted.
You felt anything that I say in reference to me, you're going to feel a certain type of way.
No,
And you
that's
need
not
to get
true.
over that.
That's not true. Actually, the remark you made about throwing us a baby shower.
The baby Lawson is coming soon, y'all. And we're having a big baby shower, and I'm going to be responsible for it.
Y'all, I agree with him on that. That was a dig, and it was a dirty dig because she knew that this girl was having some issues with conceiving a child with Dr. G. He's older. Also, I do believe that Sweet Tea has some issues of her own reproductively, unfortunately. So she was aware of these things. So her fake comments about helping some, you would not be throwing your ex-husband and his new wife a baby shower. That was a dig. And he caught that and he called her out on that. And I agree with him. I mean, I just feel like she was just real messy in that scene. She was obviously drunk. And I kind of have an issue with none of the other castmates stepping up and saying anything. It's almost seemed like everybody was scared to even interject and say something. Like they should have stopped it. When things is going too far like that between two people, somebody else that's more mature and sober needs to step in and say something. I just feel like Quad was doing too much in that scene.
I was literally just trying to prove that I am not against y'all.
You supposedly left me,
And I did.
and I gave
Not
you
supposedly.
everything in a divorce.
No, you didn't get. You didn't have
Yes,
to give
I
me
did.
anything.
Oh,
I had
yes,
my
I
own
did. I could have
money.
came after you for cash.
You-
I never got a dime.
Why does she feel proving something is actions? Because your words are fake and they're phony. You don't really like that girl. You still have a lot of animosity towards your ex-husband, and you can just tell. You can just tell. And then the exaggeration of how she was talking about her relationship with her new boyfriend, and why wasn't that being said? They all went in on Dr. G and kind of was siding with Quad and saying that any man would stand up for their wife when another man is disrespecting her. I'm not disagreeing with that, but I do disagree with one thing. She's not his wife. And why were they all saying it? If y'all watch it, you will hear them say, yeah, because anybody's going to stand up for their wife. They're pushing that. These two people are not married. They are dating. And her exaggeration of her sex life is just a joke to me. She looked like a whole clown this season. I'm sorry.
I helped you build your practice. You did not
How did
want
you help
me.
me build
You
my
did not
practice?
want me to come after you for your money. So let's just leave it there.
Okay, I want to hear from the other man.
What was your question to the man?
I just feel like when somebody is over, you do have to spend time healing after a breakup, after a divorce. That is a serious separation in someone's life. You know, I can speak on that candidly because I'm on my second marriage. And my first marriage, I got married young. The divorce, it was messy. The separation between me and my ex husband was messy. So when you are really seriously trying to move on and be with someone else, you want that door behind you to be completely closed. There is a crack in that door with her. I don't believe she should be on that show. I feel like it is super toxic. It's toxic for Dr. G and his new wife. It's also toxic for her trying to move on in her life. I mean, Andy, bravo. You guys can't give Quad her own show. Show her in her life with her new man, show her moving on. I just feel like it's given toxicity. She is not happy. She's not as happy as she's trying to say that she is. I just feel like she just is looking like she's trying to sell this instead of just living her life and letting us see that you're happy. And the Rolls Royce, what does that man do for a living? I don't think he's a doctor, and Quad's not a doctor. So here we go again. Where do these two people fit on the show? Does anybody know? Please put in the comments, what does King do for a living? Because I don't remember seeing that. Because I'm not sure. I didn't think that he was a doctor. So, married to medicine. Why is Quad still on the show, y'all? Andy, if you like her, you're trying to help her out, you're trying to keep her checks rolling in, give her own little spinoff show. Y'all did it with Portia and Simon. We seen how that went, but it is what it is. It's like I feel like she doesn't fit on the show. Dr. G and his new wife and Sweet Tea, they fit on the show. He's a doctor. Get her off the show, y'all. I don't know what you guys think. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Join the conversation. Do you think Quad is happy? What is it looking like? And I feel like the red flags are flagging for King. I couldn't date someone who is still so closely attached to their ex in regards to Dr. G don't have to do much to make her mad. And I mean, I don't really know if it's vice versa or not, but I feel like he was more or less standing up for himself and his new wife. I don't know what you guys think. Please, like I said, like, comment, and subscribe. Join the conversation. Let's talk about this, y'all. Have a good one. Bye.